Welcome to another episode of Cocktail or Neat. I'm Heather.
And I'm Tim.
And we're going to be trying some Weller tonight. And it is the Antique Weller 107.
Yep.
Did I say that right?
You did.
Okay. So I'm pretty familiar with this one. We've seen it for a while. I mean, not really in the stores. I mean, like living here in Louisville and amongst all the bourbons that we've come across. Of course, this is a special one, and we saw it early on in our bourbon experiences.
Yes.
And so it's just kind of like been around, and of course it's talked about quite a bit.
And as you can see, we've drank a hefty amount of it.
Enjoyed a good amount.
So.
But, full disclosure, like right off the bat, I will say it's been mixed in some cocktails before. It has also been tried neat. We've done a little blind tastings with this several times.
Yeah, so we're lucky. We have a Weller Special, the 107, and a 12. And so we've tasted all those against each other. And just like everyone in the beginning of our bourbon experience, we were very adamant, really, really wanted to get these because, these are the closest you can get to Pappy and everything like that. There's so many better bourbons out there. I think it's been at this level for probably the last 4-5 months. I can't think of the last time.
But to be fair, so let's not pass judgment until we've tasted it right now, because you might forget. It has been a while, and you've collected other bourbons since then, and so you've kind of like put this one on the back burner. You're like, oh, I've got this. Like, I know what it tastes like. So you've ventured out and tried different things. So it is. Let's taste it and see how we feel about it.
And I have put it on the back burner because it is so hard to get.
Right.
So I've been scared to finish it off and not be able to have another bottle.
I mean, right off the bat, it smells really good.
Yes.
I don't remember it smelling that good.
So what I do remember, having had these, is the 107 is the best of the ones I have.
Now we kept agreeing that.
Right. Now there is one out there that I do know is better because I've had it at local bars, but we've never got our hands on a bottle, and I would love to. And that is the Blue Weller, which is Weller Foolproof.
Oh, yes. The unicorn.
And it just came.
Unicorn.
Yes, it just recently came out. And so it's really, really hard to get. Hopefully down the road it'll be a little bit easier. But it is by far the best. Of all of it, just because now I really like barrel proof stuff, and it's that foolproof, everything like that.
This has a lot of spice.
Yes.
And I think I do recall that. I'm like, oh yeah, I do. Do you think there was a lot of spice?
Spice, caramel, and vanilla is what I get on the nose.
Yeah, vanilla on the nose for sure, which I like. I love, like, pure vanilla just smells really good. Get out all don't need the other baking stuff. I just want to smell vanilla. It smells really good.
And as a wheated bourbon, because the Wellers are all wheated, it's very sweet. And then, like you said, on the back end, there's a ton of baking spice.
All kinds of spices.
Yes.
Which I think the cocktail I've put it in is hot toddies, because I really like that spice in my hot toddy. But it has that sweetness to go with the honey that I put in my hot toddy. And then just like this with lemon. Yeah, this goes well in a hot toddy. I know y'all are going to hate me for saying that, but it really does go very nicely in that. So.
Well, yeah, and so again, you have to understand the Weller line is good. I guess there's, so it's Buffalo Trace, it's Weller. They're always coming out with new. I also forgot Weller Pumpkin Spice Latte, which is the it's the orange label that everybody makes fun of.
Is this real?
Yeah, it is brand new. It's their single barrel program. So you can now get a single barrel. So again, I'm way too nice of a person. Her father-in-law, or my father-in-law, her
He's
father.
so generous.
I found a Weller 107 store pick, and we gave it to him. So single barrels aren't a new thing. The Weller single barrel, though, is 90 proof, so it's not 107. And the full proof, you can also do a single barrel pick, and that's, again, full proof, barrel strength, whatever they put that at. So you can now get a single barrel in the 90 proof, which is what the special and the 12 is, a 107 single barrel, which is the red, and then also a full proof single barrel. So you can get a single barrel across the line, you can get regular ones across the line and everything like that. So there's, what is that, 5 variations now? And so the running joke is, what are they going to come out with next? To make it so that all these are still hard to get instead of just mass producing them.
Right.
But the point is, if you can find them at MSRP, so $60 or so for the Weller 107.
For the large?
No.
Okay.
Like, they don't make this size anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Found this at a Kroger.
I remember that.
Super amazing. But no, so $60. Some places like liquor controlled states, you're talking $45 for a 107. It's worth it. To have it on your bar, everything like that.
Yeah.
It's a good weeded whiskey.
Yeah.
It's smooth, easy to drink, enjoyable. One of those you can start to get people that are getting into bourbon to a higher proof than they're used to, because this does not drink like 107 proof or anything like that. But as far as like going for the crazy secondary prices on this, it's not worth it. It's not almost Pappy. That's crazy to think that. It's a good bourbon, but I can give you a gazillion things on my shelf that are better. This is something that I like on my shelf, kind of like Blanton's. So when somebody comes over and they're like, oh, I really want to get into bourbon, and they see this bottle, they're like, I want to try that. And so they go for this, and they don't get my really good bourbon that they don't know about.
He likes to trick them. He is just admitting to you all that he likes to trick people. Yeah.
But it's also, I don't know a single person that first gets into bourbon that doesn't hump Weller and other Buffalo Trace.
I mean, we did it.
Right, we did it. All my friends do it. Everybody does it. And then you slowly kind of venture out and
You're
try
like,
some other stuff.
And it is good. Like, so just now, like all the spices and all that, it's really warming my throat. Again, another reason why it's good in hot toddies. But people might mistake that for like an alcohol like burn in your throat, and it's not. It's like this nice warm, the warm spiciness that's warming your throat. So it's different in that regard, and like that kind of burning in the throat, I wouldn't want to continue to do that though, drinking it neat. And that's why I think it works really well in a cocktail, because in your cocktail, it's still like a really good bourbon, so you're going to get a really good, quality ingredient in your cocktail to just be really good tasting, because it's so smooth. And it's important to have a liquor that's really smooth in your cocktail and not taking away from the other flavors that are in there.
Yeah.
So I'm still recommending a hot toddy. Please, like, if you have a bottle, the smaller bottle, like, just do one. Just make one and pass your judgment about that. Maybe get to maybe use it for the top part, and then in the sweet spot, like we've talked about before,
there you go.
You can use that neat, and then you can save the rest at the bottom, like we have for any other mixers that you might make too.
Right.
But
and I'll say, I will drink this neat. I enjoy it neat, but I wouldn't be scared to put it in a cocktail either. Again, it's not Pappy. Now, like a Pappy 20, that would never go in a cocktail.
No, I wouldn't want to do that either.
That would be insane. But this is not that special. And depending where you live, like if you live in Ohio, apparently you can find it at Kroger all the time, which is how I wish it was everywhere, because it is a good bourbon, but it's not like if you see your friend mixing it in a cocktail, it's not something to freak out and go crazy about. It's good, and enjoy it how you like. This is definitely one. It can go either way.
Yeah.
So.
All right. I think we've talked about it enough.
Yep.
We'll see you all later.
See ya.